Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
Send in the clowns.
Hey, what's up you guys? This is your boy The Evolution Reviews and Gaming, and please, if you're new, hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. This is my spoiler-free review of Joker. Let's get right into it.
Just it up instead.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching this video. I was one of those fans who was a little skeptical about having a new Joker film, especially not tied to the DCEU. But once they said that Joaquin Phoenix was going to play the Joker and it was going to be rated R, I was all in, 100%. But hearing all those rumors how this is a very dangerous film and it's going to make people go crazy and think it's okay to shoot up a bunch of people, made me a little nervous about coming up and seeing this movie. I was going to see it regardless, but was I the only person whose movie theater was surrounded by cops? I don't think so, because my buddy Carlito Boy was telling me all about how his movie theater was filled with boys in blue. So I was definitely shaking the popcorn walking through the door, especially the fact that my dad was telling me to look at all the exits and get ready to book it if anything happens. But after watching the movie, I thought all those rumors was complete. If you ask me, I feel like the media just made it up, like a publicity stunt just to make more money for the film, or they just messed up and they just want to scare people. I'm thinking it's a publicity stunt. Now, I don't want to get too deep into that. I do think it's a big load of crap thinking this film is going to start some kind of worldwide panic. But as a movie by itself, that's another story. This movie was fantastic. But sadly, I'm sorry, I was looking for some flaws throughout the film. I feel like I was the only one who really noticed some here and there. Very little, very little. There's really not much wrong about this film, but I did notice a couple things here and there. But like I always say, let's get into that later and let's stick to the positives. I gotta say, without Joaquin Phoenix, this movie was not going anywhere. He deserves an Oscar as his performance as the Joker. I wouldn't say he beats Heath Ledger's Joker, but he's definitely up there with him. I'll give him that much. But I'm gonna do a versus video with those two later down in the future though. When it comes to the origin story of Joker in this film, this is by far my favorite version of it. It's actually my favorite live action origin story period, passing even Iron Man, and Iron Man was my favorite till now. I never thought I'd feel so bad for a villain after watching this movie, because I really did feel for him throughout the movie. It shows how society can really break someone down and making them snap and making them do something they'll never thought they'd actually ever do. I know in the Nolan films and the Arkham games show how bad Gotham is, but in this film it dives really deep of how bad Gotham is, and it shows that you actually really do need a Batman. I understand that the Joker takes place in the late 70s and early 80s, but the visuals were fantastic. I know for a dark and gritty movie, when you actually see the colors, they're actually extremely good. And like I said, I know this movie takes place in the past, but it really opens your eyes about our day-to-day lives since society has gotten really worse over the years. I'd say the biggest thing this movie opens your eyes to is mental illnesses and how big of a problem they can really become. There's a strong quote that Joaquin Phoenix actually wrote himself to put in the movie. It's actually in the trailer. It says, "The worst part of having a mental illness is that people expect you to behave as if you don't." That was very impactful. It makes you think. Maybe that's what mental people actually feel like. It makes you appreciate the things you have a lot more, and also kind of makes you feel a little bit bad about these people. All you can do is just wish for them the best. Now sadly, let's get into the negatives. I'd say the biggest negative, without spoilers, has to be the violence. I'm not saying I want to see a blood galore, but people were saying that the rated R was mostly for the violence, and there was not really that much blood and guts. I just kind of want to see a little bit more. I want to see some body parts. This is the Joker we're talking about. This man is very violent, and the fact that we really didn't see that much of anything, well, it kind of annoyed me. I mean, the parts you do see are actually pretty good, but I kind of expected more. That's just my opinion. Now I know I said this is a spoiler free review, and it is, but this part I'm about to talk about is spoilers, and I have to talk about it because it's my biggest complaint in the movie. But those who want to avoid any spoilers, go to this part of the video. Anyways, those who are still with me, let's get right into it, to my biggest complaint of the movie. Arthur Fleck is not a reliable source. You can honestly look at the screen and believe what you're seeing is real, because we all know that he's kind of imagining half of this movie. It shows that right off the back with his fake girlfriend. I wonder if that was Todd Phillips' goal, to make sure we were all confused walking out of this movie, because I sure was. After showing us that whole relationship was not even real, I honestly couldn't trust anything on the screen, and that kind of annoyed me. Was he actually the Joker? Was he actually on the show? Did he actually shoot that guy in the head? Did he actually get hit by the ambulance and then draw that blood smile on his face? You couldn't trust anything on the screen. The only thing I was for sure that probably happened was that Bruce's parents were shot right in front of him. We all know the origins of Batman. That had to happen, I think. But the majority of it was straight up confusing. And I wasn't even sure if he was actually in the Arkham Asylum the entire movie. Who knows? Maybe some people might find that fun to figure out, but I was just straight up confused and annoyed. And that really hurt the score of this movie. But besides that, the movie was great. Anyway guys, speaking on the rating of the Joker, my honest opinion of the rating of the movie is... oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, a nice crispy A-.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
If you just smile.
But no, in all seriousness, Joaquin Phoenix is the next Heath Ledger. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you're new, hit that like, comment, and subscribe. I love ya. And I'm out ya.